simulation, really, to destructuralize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They stay inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. Spola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon to silicone beast. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released or present with this passion to speak up after doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment, and they're framing it to us as innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening, and I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet, so my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down like every seat building. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I just smelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked it, caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust all on some ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real marks, velvet. Body you not for Mars, you a female's clique. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did debate with a life. I know I can spit my flows and shit to a fly, so haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow follow, I set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more than scamper. Need more than scanners, I'm off the radar.
Dev, oh, what's up, what's up, what's up?
Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm data space ace for y'all. Buster stuck in the cage, face off. After it shaped the state, he's a fake, a fraud. Battle start intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am the depth, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddamn it. Symmetric apparel, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lies with your fans get. The rules and pearls, what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Who wants to get his own crew, and everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they move to other little people, never get a piece of the pie. And don't want to go for the best. That go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
So, y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is mine or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow out, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the side spot. Third eye gang straight drops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, we got a show for you pilgrims. The show was the rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page. Script is played out. They keep us engaged, play cheat or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should be disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor.
Yo, Hawa, what's going on? What's going on? What's happening, Kill? What's going on, beloved?
Loaded in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistol. The debacle's about who.
Somebody, I guess somebody saw me sipping. I said, all right, look. Saratoga, right? They have sparkling and then they have regular so-called mineral water. I've kind of always been drinking this before the little young dude running with the dogs, falling and getting beat by high show speed. This has been out for a long time, people. When I was on the res, when I came from Pulmonary Institute in St. George, Utah, they tried to do some other weird stuff to me. I drank this. And it's got for those who haven't been to a mineral, like untouched but fluoride and everything else, mineral water's got a sweetness to it. And it ain't sugar. Now they can manipulate everything that's in the warehouses coming out. They can start putting all that parasital anthrax, this, that, and the other. And then when everybody go out and shop, the majority of people are affected, from restaurants to store, Costco, whatever. And then the handful around, you ain't nothing for them to deal with. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Don't even be pressed about it. Trying to level us out. So I'm going to come on and talk for a little bit. Not long. And then I'm going to come back live. I want to get something in my stomach and continue the bill and finish whatever's required for me to accomplish today. All right? I appreciate those who appreciate, what's going on. I'm going to go up there to the deck today. I'm going to take this up and I'm going to lay out and bolt that down too. Monsoon season's here. Doesn't mean that it starts right off the back, but it's here. All right? Ooh-wee. Soursop. I'm letting it sit for about another 5 or 10 minutes. Very hot water. But I gotta drink my spirulina, ski honey, no lime. I forgot to get the key limes. And I was thinking about driving out this, traveling this AM and picking up about 40 to 60, but I'll get it. Just gotta make sure it's because it's still, even with that mesquite honey, I don't put that much in there, it's still strong. Especially seeing I don't have the lime. I'm not using the 360 lime, that stuff's not right. Looking at some things. I was rethinking some things. And I'm pretty square on my rethinking of certain things. I'm gonna read some things to you beforehand. Drank too fast. A little air.
The oppressors, the only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress.
I don't want that crap. No surrender. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser. Drop the oppressor. No surrender. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser. Drop the oppressor. No surrender. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser. Drop the oppressor. Made no surrender. It's time for a change. Got a boss up. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'm like, you out. Execution style's too late. You rap that a coca play. My God, it's overdoing your time. It's to the end. Lock y'all silent without saying. He put me on the ladder with just the wind. The oppressor's about to get rolled on. Suppressors attached to the war zone. Revolution gets on like Arizona. I'm a messenger of like Jericho. Packed by the honorable who sits to the pinnacle. Judge of the hypocritical, cynical with the literal sin. My thinking is critical. Of the actions of the protected service. Critical for the black plastic. Cubans don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who have it to withstand. Oh, and meals too late when the cats get filled. Don't believe it, TC. Who the hits close to home. You gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When it's on the zone. All bad and I'm visual tight. It's killing big kills whenever I fight from above. I'm given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' hit them all, so don't pass the kite. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser. Drop the oppressor. Make no surrender. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser. Drop the oppressor. Make no surrender. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser. Drop the oppressor. Make no surrender. 3-pound pressure. No weight lesser. Drop the oppressor. Make no surrender.
This world is such a
I knew you was in there. Walmart?
Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump. Gimme, push, 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 push. Step, 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 crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Shit. Oh, that is good, but I can't get that right now. yeah. But don't tell me it's going to keep going. Stop being stupid. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? So I was just I made some changes because I was looking at some of the things that I'm gonna have to get that I'm looking at, and I was looking at the solar panel, 240 watt versus 1,000 watt. Like I said, if I was to go ahead and get the 1,000 watt, it would just be like the equal flow with the inverter and everything. But you can get that with the this is for anybody that decides that they might want to do this. You know what I'm saying? You can get the kit, which would be like buying an equal flow Delta 3. Those are roughly about almost anywhere from $5 something to $700. So me, I'm just looking at the panels, the inverter and all that, because that's all built into that. And then you have the solar panel where, you can be good. But then most of the kits are going to be running up like 12, 1,500. I mean, they're up there, So I'm actually going to, I want it to be good stuff. I don't want to be cheap and then something happens, it's cold and I'm at the mountain, I'm camping, or I'm coming back and, and things don't work and I got to rely on my sleeping bag and all this other kind of stuff, or my bedding, or, just like dumb things that you can bypass. And then I was looking at the faucet. I already got it's a track. You can make it any shape you want for the shower curtain compared to the door that open out. And I've already looked at the polyurethane. I've looked at the resin stuff for making my own, as far as with the toiletry installation, because those things are kind of important. Unless you're just going to take a rucksack shovel and dig a hole, you know what I mean? All right. So I was just looking at those things, and I said, if any of you want to get involved in that, some might not want to be that serious. Some might want to go ahead and hook up a second alternator or something like that in their vehicle with a couple of extra batteries running under a seat in series, like 4 or 6 of them, like you're going to, be dumping hydraulic fluid or something. I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to make sure the room where I need stuff for wiring and all that stuff for 200 or 200 watt solar panels, having a proper battery, even if I have to run it off my battery based on the extra 30 or 60 watt fuse for the 12 volts at time periods. Whenever you work on stuff like this, it's like with your life, a little bit at a time, but always be you be the perfecter of that, nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Just like this building here, it's like it's new for me, right? This is what I'm building, right? That's like your life. You know what I'm saying? That's not exactly everything I want to talk about. What I want to point out is it's funny how we send $15 billion every year for taxpayers, so-called taxpayers. They made you a citizen. They made you a taxpayer. All right? And they send it over there as if those are the chosen people. None of the actions have ever been the chosen, because the people who wanted back to create the state to have them as the patsy. All right? That's all these are. That's all they are. These people who call themselves Jewish are nothing but patsies. And to give them a world of perversions, everything, and to convince them, that's why you have these seriously deep spellcasters, to push what you see going on now. A lot of people have been looking at a lot of faces who have been in certain positions, and y'all going really hard, and some of them actually told truth. But it's for you to figure out, because a lot of y'all in the eyes of the fake elites, right? Y'all are less than peasants. So y'all talk like you're bigger than them, and yet and you're fighting, argue amongst each other for nothing, and like you're going to accomplish something. And the enemy has been doing this everywhere. Y'all, none of y'all, I bet 90% of you didn't even know about the Crimean War, or you researched it to see that it's bigger than what I'm just saying when I just state Crimean War. Nobody studied about the Bolsheviks. When I was talking about Helena, the Esophageal Society, right? Right? When I'm something hurt, it's part of that. Like people want to write things off, and I see things for what they are, and they say, well, they were kicked out of 190-something countries. First of all, these countries didn't exist before the narrative of the countries they've been kicked out of, which starts around the 3rd century. That's why it was important for you to hear me read the 13 tribe, you know what I'm saying? And to put things in perspective, the puzzle pieces, to look at things. Then I started to read about Benjamin, the freedman, all that stuff, and why he became a Christian, and pointing out Zionism, this, that, and other. And the fact that you have the majority of Hasidic religious converts who are fighting Zionists. They never liked them in the first place. There are many, you never hear about it. Many have left that land, but there are those who stay there and they fight because the relationship with the Palestinians was a viable one. Netanyahu is nothing but a bastard child, just like these fake presidents and all your politicians that some of y'all vehemently worship. That's all they are. Now they have their little foot soldiers to keep things in order, which gangs, cartel, all y'all do that. But what's mind-boggling to me are the people who are fighting these wars. You see Pakistan and India getting deep into it, and China's playing its part, even questioning the relationship that they have with Russia. There is some really deep depravities going on, but there's things that are really not happening. And because you are Center Front Street right here, the manipulation here is strong. That's why it's important to talk to people outside. Now, I'm not talking about people who live place where they can't defend themselves. They got a government proxy, and that's just a time bomb, a time clock counting down. All right. I am talking about those running around. I mean, look at how they're murdering the indigenous people. Look like the Australians. What's the name? What are they called? I forgot the name, man. Papua New Guinea. The Papuans. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's making Front Street because this is systemic. Relations all over, fighting and killing, and they think they have a legitimate reason. First of all, you know Ukraine are nothing but the Bolsheviks. It's like Poland and a few other places, Hungary. Those are the people that were ousted. They murdered over 60 million. Yes, over 60 million Christians in Russia. Even though Stalin comes from one of those damn bloodlines, you gotta paint the picture going way back, which is hard to do. Because the story is so crippled, you know. You gotta excuse my beard. I threw some water on my face, and this is all over the place. But anyway, I've been doing everything I've been doing to guide you and say, look, this is something that because y'all are so, you're not, even here, you're not. I would know if you were. Then you would definitely know. You've lost. Now, I am not saying that to make you think you lost. I know a lot of y'all, they gave you a God, they gave you these things, and you didn't know what the words were, this, that, and the other. Yet, you were always endowed with all the properties, everything, regardless of manipulation, what may have happened 50, a million years ago, whatever it, all right? I don't get how people get into all that. Anyway, they have you looking so around the hedges, you know, and you know, as Satan always said to God, you know, that hedge of protection, I guarantee he'll curse you. Well, y'all are actually living in the hedges, but not for protection, to hide from yourself. And that's any and everyone. I don't care if they're part of the order or the next thing, they feel safe. Man, we got stuff, man, we're gonna destroy everybody. We gotta play a role, we gotta watch it, we gotta find out certain individuals, we gotta get rid of them so they're not around for the next go. That's not how it works. But regardless of their stupid antiquity and their ideology of false antiquities, the reality is y'all choose not to come together. Every time I make these statements, I want somebody to prove it to me. And you know, I don't mind if you got a little effeminate, zesty mindset, or you're over masculine, or whatever it is, and you don't even know what those things literally mean. I mean, it's hard to decipher from the air, pollen, water, bugs, as how they all play a role together, and they don't quarrel or fight. They don't misquote, they don't misdirect, they communicate, make trails like ants to find food. They're not sitting there killing each other unless something impedes upon their deliverance to where they're going. Your deliverance of who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to become, and your further articulation of life experiences beyond this have been interrupted and disrupted, and all y'all do is blame your mammies, your pappies, your children, yourselves, and everything else, and you don't do anything to change the manifestation of their declaration. You're not a citizen. You know, but y'all don't speak as one voice. They want to hold on to their idiot sons who Pleckers and Hercules, all of them. They want to hold on to them as if what they did actually has meaning. That's like saying that guy's got $20 million. That means that he can get some things faster than I get. Well, the dollar ain't worth shit. This is the control pattern, and it keeps you from allowing yourself to actually, by the definition of what y'all think free means. Let's go ahead. I bet none of y'all ever looked it up, and if you did, you was probably in some of them religious Moors or whatever, walking around with a funny cup on your head and dancing, because a lot of them, that's what they are, with the Masonic, the Shriner. They got the Kappa, they walk with canes and they're dancing, and everybody's intrigued, but it's not for the benefit of self. It's some outward shit. And if you feel some kind of way, because that's where you at, then bring it. Explain your foolish unification and joint pontification of something for ego and everything else outside of yourself that has nothing to do with life, living, values, and morals that allow others to move in the same ordinance instead of being subjugated. You won't be able to explain shit. You want all that mumbo jumbo. I've got all the books. I know everything about it. So anyway, free is not under the control or in the power of another, able to act or be done as one wishes. Yet electricity is under the control and the power of the sun or the battery electric, depending on where it's coming from, right? Anyway, if it's solar or if it's, coal burning an electric coal fire plant, which gets generators and water, you know what I'm saying? And it makes electricity that they store up in these big capacitors, while really a lot of energy is coming from right around you. You just don't know it. Okay. So, not or no longer confined or imprisoned. Well, you get the gist of it. Okay? I am also something I'm very grateful of. I am very grateful that we have a lot of young brothers and sisters who are standing. And we're not talking about the idiots they show out there burning and looting, all the dummies, whether paid or not. Anybody paid to do the dumb shit they're doing, those are retards. Y'all should be out there hunting them down. Fuck the police. But we're not there. That's not what we're doing. So, let them have their squirby. Let the Zionist handful of Jesuits in the police departments create the chaos that when it really hits, because you got a lot of good guys out there who like that, their families, they got the children, they just want to go home, they want to get retired from the job, but you got the inserts all over. You see them. You just can't identify them because you want to hold on to this ethnicity and that narrative and this, that, and because you're too blind to see it. Yes, they're in all the departments, EMS, EMS, fucking fire department, you name it, they're there. All right, and it ain't about everybody being white or light skinned. Yeah. How about that? And they're going to do their role to stir, because they're people fighting back, and they're people killing a whole lot of folk. And a lot of them folk didn't need dying, but they move on policies and stuff that have nothing to do with the so-called citizens or the original people of this land. They are too stupid to know that. That little 6 months in college for that little goofy degree, and then go off to this officer Kansas school that teach them Zionists how to subjugate and put them in melon neighborhood, because you got a bunch of dumb goofy ass racists who even the Jesuits wouldn't take them in. This is the pontification of what you got. But people are like, yo, we're done. I even heard people talking about hitting them sun downtown. Now, them boys is trained up out them sticks, and if you ain't really paid attention to your ancestral land, I wouldn't go running up trying to bring somebody you ain't got a damn tank and this, that, and the other. A lot of them changing. I'm not saying all of them. Stupid is as stupid does. But you guys, because you're like this, you're not unified, you're not united. I ain't talking about some goofy revolution. Now, this, that, and other. These frauds have done everything they can to be put in a position to use you as a laborer, a slave, to create the weapons and everything to keep you locked in the system. And you idiots are still running around, worried about a wig, worried about makeup, worried about if you sharp for the weekend because you're going on carnival. You idiots. Like, what's wrong with you? You still hold on to religion, not realizing that you are true religion. I am so done with that word religion, too. Let me stop right there. I am very done with that word. And if you feel some kind of way, speak up. If you think that you can qualify a word made up in the goddamn 1720s, come on. And then how they slowly built it up into something to bring it. We have tax exemptions and 305, you know what I'm talking about. And in the black community, we can go back over Margaret Singer. We can go back to Bethany and all of them. We can go back to a ton of books where we can elude and stop the false perpetration. So if you don't know these things, you know, just chill out. But a lot of people are going to push it because what's funny, even Umar Johnson's pushing the Zionist history, the narrative, just because he follows Marcus Garvey, who failed them, and he died at 40, 42 years. He died 30-some years old over in the UK in an empty apartment. That's because he didn't do his job. He was tortured and tormented. But how come nobody has that conversation? How Celeste was murdered in his 80s because they looked at him like, oh man, you do everything for these bastards. Even after Britain conquered in Hindustan with outside sources, the Ashkenazis, hybridized many of them, changed their whole phenom, and left somewhere, what, in the 50s or 60s, whatever, right? And they still were proxy to them. Like, you can't make this up. How about the fact that Germany was all over here? There was no racism, this, that, and the other. Hell, they really dug us. Nikola Tesla is not the man they keep showing you. But y'all don't want to talk about the Abkhazarians of Prussia, Georgia, specifically. And it says, we thought we found Egypt, when Egypt was a period everywhere. And Egypt is actually a made-up term. But regardless of that, I just want to know, when are y'all going to really start paying attention to all the things that are happening and realize that the game is bigger than you can imagine? And you could play Mahjong and chess and Jenga. You could line that up and you can play it off. You can pitch crab apples, well, I don't care. You are not going to figure it out. You got to get in and with the hosts around you. You know, the hosts with the most, that means, you know what I'm saying? All those around you and be the covenant, the circle of friends, right? Of who you were meant to be. But no, when they divided the melanated family, especially the Negro, and up from the 50s to the 60s, and that was the destruction that started. And war always proceeds as a precedent. And then the drugs by the very Mossad agents in the CIA pushing these things, allowing people to make them money, allowing certain organizations that they utilize now to turn on them. A script. And here we are. Here we are, and everybody's still looking for everything outside themselves. Why do you think you do drugs? You know, I only drink beer. Hey, look, if you want to order me some Pittsburgh German beer, it's not the best. The best one's from Bavaria. And I'm not going to tell you because it's too expensive. None of you can afford it. I'll get it when I want it. When I have my daughter mail it to me. But that's the beer. That's my beer. And when I have that beer, oh my goodness, I found it. I can dream. Ain't that weird? I don't want no damn peyote. I don't need nothing to get me off. You know what I mean? Ayahuasca's good if you're with the right people and the individuals actually know what they're doing. And there's other stuff out there, tons. And that's stuff we used to use. But here we are now. The enemy that sacked you, they got their little butt plug boys that look like you and girls. And y'all want to hold on as if you could save them. And the most important thing is stave off the saving and allow yourself to exist as you're supposed to exist. And sometimes that comes with some bad stuff. As far as the world they created and the truth, it ain't bad at all. Because when it's there and you've done the work, you'll see. All right, man. They blew Noreen's head up. Oh my God, it was nothing but a leg left. Well, let me help you out. She was doing everything that was required. She's not coming back here. Not like that. She's going to be in a place. It's going to be where she's supposed to be. All right? That's hypothetical. Noreen's a good friend of mine. I think my blood sister, my father used to sleep with her mama. But anyway, and we kind of look alike. Anyway, this is reality. You know what I mean? There have been so many things laid for the groundwork for you to look outside yourself. To invasions, to death, to mayhem. It is. What was that I was talking about? That gut punch that hits you in the head and keep hitting you in the head and make you reprobate, where it's repetitive. That's like if I go to a certain area and I eat the diet of them individuals, I start taking on their character features and everything. This is a proven fact. Okay? A proven fact. The only light-skinned women back in the late 1800s and early 1900s that had big gadungas were coming from places like Denmark, Holland, and Sweden, Germany. They were the only ones. All the other ones, it was board, ironing. I'm just saying. I have to take my word. I go through and look to the pictures. I'm an artist. I like to draw things, black and white sketches, all that. Tartarian people standing out there. I'm like, okay. But today, that's flipped up on his head, y'all. Like I stated, the mindset that everybody moves with is the enemies. And every once in a while, you get a feeling, right? You have these notions. Now, I'm not saying everyone. I'm giving you direction. I'm just showing you something, and you can look at it. And in that, it's a cultivation purpose. You know what I'm saying? It's like tilling the soil of man. You grow the things that you've been tilled with, right? We were tillers of the earth, and we got beautiful things. Now we become our own enemies with their crap, their mix, their mestizo, which is mixed. We're dealing with that, and we're turning out ugly things. But in the eyes of the beholder, we think some things are beautiful. Men putting synthetic glue and hair on their head because they bald, their teeth levels aren't really bad. It's the chemicals, and they're missing minerals, but they don't listen to nobody to tell them. Women with the silicone boobs, I've seen a lot of them get them out, and women are going, what was I thinking of having them in there? Because they saw the damage, the mold, and everything that they would have kept in there another 10, 15 years. They're driving them crazy, all right? BBLs, that is the sickest thing I have ever seen. And you think, in the music industry, when these Zionists and these worthless niggas that, like Quincy Jones, thank you, you dead some bitch, you piece of shit. Anyway, right? They do magic and spells over the music and everything, and they do sex magic and all kind of shit. Y'all just ain't there, okay? And they are very aware of the manipulation and what it does to you. All right, everything plays a part because that's what these Zionists have been doing. It's not only about your destruction and everybody else's. It's always about their next precedence, what they want to accomplish. And while everybody's running around with race and all this goofy fighting and shit, because you see stuff right around you, you can't free yourself. A lot of you motherfuckers are straight up slaves. I don't care. I don't care what you share, how good it sounds to me or whatever. You're slaves. You're angry. You're worthless. You're this, that, and you feel this way and you won't let go. And I'm telling you, that is what keeps you not free. It don't matter who's done what or whatever. It comes to an end. The stupid is going to stupid. And if that's where you parlay at, I can dig it. The Zionists have taken their time and they have composited all this stuff. Studies in depth on islands and places you know nothing about. People missing, you wouldn't have a clue. Potter's fields everywhere. Besides those, they make fish food or put back in the food supply. And y'all still want to argue about ethnicity and race and who. You give me 5 good damn women. I don't give a fuck what they look like. My baby girl Snoop gonna be top because she queen. She know me inside and out. And all the other ones are gonna be my baby girls too, and they be right there. But they won't be tolerating and they don't just bullshit. Hell, most of the time I'll be like, hey, all right, okay, you know, handle, because that's what I'm supposed to do. As long as I can turn something out. But when it comes to everything else, that's part of the system of the lie that keeps the other good stuff from happening. The relationships, the things that have nothing to do with living, but everything to do with being contrite and a possession. Yeah. What is that? Polygamy? Shut the fuck up. Do you know where the word polygamy comes from? And don't go back to that Proto-Germanic and Greek and Latin. Bullshit. No, you don't. That's based off pygmies that like to get them hump women. It's like animals, you know, they hump somebody's not the best baby, and then that woman and every woman who wants to be with that pot-bellied, round-faced, big, pearly white eye, half yellow chief motherfucker will be with him and turn out a whole legion of fucking mastodon, meticulous, semi-little sweet gods. That's what the fuck. See, you don't know that. You know, my vows. What vows? You don't even know how to fucking keep wiping your ass the proper amount of times when you're sitting there, so you lean on everything else to clean the funk because you don't want to clean your system. So how? You know what I'm saying? You can dismiss everything, and just like you dismiss yourselves in ignorance, you refuse to dismiss the very enemy that's paying a bunch of fucking idiots and pedophiles and perverts to keep you in the limelight while they keep all their weapons flying, they shit and everything else, while y'all fighting and mingling, arguing and everything else, talking about, I've been to the, well, I may not get there, you know, all that preaching and shit, all right? And anybody come back and tell you the truth or slip something out, oh, we got to get rid of that motherfucker, as if that wasn't always meant in the first place. Y'all don't mind being a sacrifice. I don't get that. The liars, it's even known now. They're all in the media, they're everywhere. It's always been known, but what are you doing to change it? Y'all seen that dumb racist, goofy ass sergeant cop in Alabama? These are some dumb son bitches. How did that goofy, no real language, bubble making when he talk, snot coming out their nose, earwax piled up in their ear with their heart palpitation at a 200 plus BPMs, and you motherfuckers can't deal with them goofy motherfuckers. Y'all don't want to hear none. And thanks for the donations for those who donated. And those of you that don't, no excuses. I'm not trying to be polite, man, but y'all know what I do. Y'all know exactly what I do. And that's, I have this individual I love his brother, he's Korean. He probably got some of our blood. He is darker on the darker side, and his hair's a little curly, I don't know. But I follow him. And he's breakdancing. Now he does the stuff with Red Bull, this, that, and other. And I mean, I know him. He's a good cat. When I told him, I chatted with him. I told him I was going to see the breakdance. I showed a couple pictures of us. Roxy's was, you know, our manager was Pam out the pro shop at the Roxy's in the Bronx, and showed that some of our practice. I had pictures of us practicing, me working to get my head spins down. David Bell and them could do them. I just hated the spin on my head, but I like, you know, ground effects and floating and windmills and 19 and 2000s, you know, like spinning and, you know, little capoeira, kung fu, karate, flipping, and that was my tuck in the barrel, you know, like run, you know, step, tuck, twist, and come out and hit the. That was my thing, you know what I'm saying? And we chatted for years. So on the Brez, when I saw breakdance, I was like, man, that's pretty good. And sharing it on Facebook. And because of that, I made this tight bond with a couple of the brothers who breakdance out of Korea. And they were like, you was the one in the 80s? So me and it was about, I remember on the ship, there was about 100 of us, man, that was really getting down. Spidey D was my bunkmate, you know, and boot camp and great mistakes. That was my bunkmate, Spidey D, because he knew I was one of the old B-boys, you know, and rapper. And this guy hates Jews. He don't even call them that. He says, this is what he says. He argued with his pops, and even when his pops passed away, he says, oh, you was right. All right, his pops passed away. He was a Vietnam vet. Ain't that crazy? And Korea, in Seoul, Korea. He was a Vietnam vet. Anyway, he says, they're not the real Jews. It's them bros about as dark as me, and maybe dark. He says, it's the brothers they call niggas over there in America. Them the ones. Now, there's people who know shit. I ain't never talked to them about it. I ain't never said nothing. Maybe some other brothers in the hip hop. I don't know. But what would keep him and so many others seeing this other than the ones who hold on to the whitewashed dialect? Who created that? Who created that? We know the names. The world knows. We figure everything out. We share everything, and then everybody want to be hypocritical. This, that is hard to dismiss that and other. Then when we start pointing out museums and pictures we took over in deny what the facts of the truth is. Stop arguing with these motherfuckers, because all you're going to do is continue to argue with yourself. That means arguing with your bro stars, your sis stars, the gods that you are. You dismiss and you refuse to repudiate it amongst the enemy, but you'll sit there and argue with them when you should be learning how to be what you're supposed to be. Wasting your time, that's like trying to zip up a pair of pants that don't have the motherfucking tracks for the zipper to run up. Show me how that works. Hey, baby, go slaughter, Shy City, Deb D. Let me see, I got everybody. Sharon, what's up, mama? I got Omek, right? Brian and Metz, what's going on? What's going on, fam? Thom, what's going on, Thom? What's happening? What's happening? I just want to shout everybody. I'm sorry. My apologies, guys. You know how I am. Kill me, I got you. Pura vida, mi gente. You already know. Oh, wow, beloved. But look. I'm only pointing these things out because I find it. I think it's indicative. You have what troubles me even more. Now I'm gonna point this out because I actually left this with Shahid. Y'all know Shahid, the Irish German guy who's a Muslim, talks very eloquent. I used to follow him on TikTok when I had my TikTok account, and we used to chat a little bit on Instagram. And I said, stop calling us African American, brother. With all due respect, you talk very elegant, like you're educated, you know some things, but obviously you don't know who the American so-called Negro truly is. We're not black, we're not crayon colors, we're not African, we're not none of that. We ain't brought over here on no goddamn slave boats. The information's there. Most people refuse or repudiate the truth, right? Brother back here, hippie back says, I know that y'all built this place. It's not as simple as just knowing that we built this place, that we were the first ones here. We didn't come from nowhere else. We migrated from that fake ass wall. But we ain't no fake stories. We just popped up out the ground shit. No, maybe we are from somewhere else underground and we were changed to be fit up here. And we became cattle as an enemy of those underground who want to destroy things. I don't know. What do you think the story is? I don't like the carbonate. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm just saying, these are things to look at. I mean, I have my Filipino brothers and sisters, and I adore them a lot. But I had to hit a couple of third wet in the head. I says, wait a minute. No, man, you went there. You came here, you went there, you went to the capture, got your asses slapped down there. You were fighting beside the French. Some of you, they don't even know that. And some of the motherfucking so-called new-ass Asians were fighting with the French. Yes, fighting against Haiti, and yes, it's documented. It's like you go to Russia now, you see motherfucking Russians, some of them look Asian-like, right? And them Russian, but you don't know what you're dealing with because you refuse Gog, and Magog. You refuse that. That's going back to the time prolificated based on Tartarian. But you don't know that because all the documents aren't there, and you don't know how to find the little puzzle pieces that mean something. So they skirted off in the religions, they sector things off, they bring things in, like the majority of the scripts and everything in Hindustan, right? That all of a sudden become India in the 50s. That's still Hindustan, no India, nothing. But they can't even decipher the shits. But they want you to believe in this, that, and other. Everything is separated and divided up. So that way everybody keep doing this and never look back at the goddamn selves and start dealing with the eternal edifice of who you are on the inside to manifest it. And we lean now, synthetic chemicals, this, that. I mean, look at the air quality right now, right? It was very clear, about 3 years ago, all of a sudden now everything's milky all over the place. They have this goofy ass Samson protocol. I say, fuck it. Start firing the missiles. Stop all the bullshit. Because see, they really want to do something a little different. I figured people would have saw that by now. Samson protocol. Who the fuck are the fake ass Jews with the fake Zionists with atheist pork, ham sandwich eating, hog head cheese motherfuckers? Everybody's food now they call them with shawarmas and everything that belong to Arabs and us. How the fuck can they sit there and have underground nuclear facilities, this, that, and the other, and get the best weapons and tell us with these fake every town, all these fake motherfuckers on our land about the Second Amendment and the First Amendment and this, that, and the other? Why is it that y'all have a hard time dealing with these motherfuckers the way you should, but you'll sit up here and be like, I ain't sharing it, I ain't doing nothing. I don't get that. I actually do, but you know what I'm saying. honey in it. Honey's still sugar in a form or another, but it's not sugar. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. I like to leave my tea bag in there, and let me show you. This is what sour soap beef look like. You don't have to have the fucking flesh. Somebody said it to me, and I thought about it. I said, yeah, it'd be good. You don't have to have the tea. Is good enough. Especially if it's fresh, you keep it frozen or cooled off until you want to use it. It'll last a long time. It's number leaves and bleach free. Unless you got the little cap, tea cap, whatever. This stuff is excellent. You can drink it 2 times a day. You got motherfuckers sit there and eat a whole thing of salsa. Like, come on, man. And then they tell you, I have one in the morning. Nigga, you can drink it 2 or 3 times a day, just like them niggas drinking green tea going. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. I had to break up the monotony. It was getting a little costly. Like I need to be on TED Talk or something. Fuck out of here. But anyway, right? They do this shit and they been doing it while they poisoning your goddamn water, fucks your food up. Y'all ain't done shit with these worthless ass science because you got a couple of nephews that bought into this shit. Man, fuck them too. Why is that? Excuse my language. Educational purposes. No, fuck that. Reality is they want civil rights. They got everyone fighting. How can you motherfuckers be so dumb? You know what's funny with a lot of these peckerwoods over here, and I'm not talking about the good light-skinned folk, the peckerwoods, the dumb motherfuckers, the ones they call themselves crackers in the 20s and the 40s. They call themselves that. Goddamn, it was the Vatican calling them stupid motherfuckers that. How in the fuck you gonna go over there and wanting to fight Russia? Fuck them goofy niggas in Colombia, the bad knuckleheads who just want to get some kills in. Now they know they dead all over the place. Not the place you want to go fuck with. But anyway, you went over there to fight with these goddamn Bolsheviks, these fake ass Jew faggot motherfuckers. You know they President Zelensky dancing all with dresses and high heels on, wanting to be motherfucking Beyonce living. You know all those sick bastards. But how you gonna go? They sending all the money over there. You see all these motherfuckers telling me I'm a proud Zionist. Then why the fuck you in my government? Why the fuck you in my republic? No, fuck that 1% of dumb racist motherfuckers running around. What about the rest of you? Y'all don't want to have that goddamn conversation. You don't want to go into that motherfucking real death. I had a couple of dumb niggas talking about, what do you mean? This is ours, nigga. This ain't nobody. Everybody actually was doing this all around the world. It ain't the hell Hitler. It ain't the Nazi salute, motherfuckers. You know the actual name of it? World got so many goddamn dumbasses, all manipulated by the very Zionists. For the fucktards in the back of the room on a small yellow bus that ain't getting it. Fucking talk about something you don't know about. Okay? Y'all still can't come together. We need a barbecue. Miss Willa Kelly, we don't put raisins in our potato salad, but you're more than welcome, honey. Johnny, put them goddamn ribs down. You trying to get tapeworms, nigga, they still got a boil for another 30 minutes. Oh, yes, Miss Gertrude, yes. Did you use flour in your cornbread, honey? I just need to know. Oh, you didn't this time? Well, honey, let me smell it. And that's too much cinnamon and not enough sugar. Anyway, put it on that table over there. Shaquita, God damn it, if you don't get your hands out that mac and cheese. Ma Dukes, we ain't doing no Kool-Aid, don't worry, mama. That's what's wrong with y'all now. Oh, there they go. Oh, they can't get it together. Oh, them they don't know there ain't nothing wrong with raisins in the potato salad. Oh, that's nothing wrong with it. And the cornbread, mighty fine, miss my. Anyway, y'all get where I'm coming from. It's just some laughing affairs. All of life is nothing but a big fucking joke and a game. Okay? And you've been inundated from. You've been inundated with the worst of fucking movies and shit that they beat into your head, and instead of the fun of everything, you like the oscilloscope, right? You don't know if you up fucking down, if you out of cool, if you coming or going. You gotta chill sometime. Get you a blunt. Make you a sip of good wine. Fuck everything else. Now, if you got a very addictive personality, which all of you motherfuckers do, you can control it. I ain't say go taking the blue and smoking meth, fake ass cracks and all that. I am talking about the simplistic things. The right people. Ain't that what they say with all them goofy ass fake Jews standing in the music? You come around the right people. Yeah, we're gonna write you a check for $400,000, nigga. I'm about to make $1 billion with my music. You talking about, and you want to own my motherfucker? Fuck that. Listen, you see these pictures? Tommy B, big faggot, big 200-pound goofy nigga, 300-pound nigga. That's what they all, Cali, New York, all faggot ass nigga. Walk in there. Them motherfuckers using security for the Bohemian Grove and all that shit. They don't say nothing. They don't give a fuck. And they put the film. They put the CD play. You see the disc now, DVD. Put that shit in, and there you is with a dog up on your back while you half knocked out. Motherfucker got your eyes taped over, humping the shit at you. So you said you going to what? Oh yeah, I'm in the studio. That's what these punk ass niggas in the music is doing. Niggas in the sports and the NFL, yeah, you went to that party. Yeah, you was a wild one. Yeah, check this out. I want you to come in the back room over here. Tommy and them getting some Vaseline and some baby oil. Don't say no, because you really likes this shit. What are you talking about? I'm a defensive lineman. Yeah, you about to be in defense of the line. We about to run up your way. And they put the video on. Don't worry. You got your 10 million. Mama's house is bought. We got your nephew. Okay, you know how that goes. But yeah, so you're gonna stay on for another 3 years? We need you to keep the idiots distracted. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? Y'all never figured that out? Oh, okay. Well, you know it now. How the fuck can these idiots walk around in Scientology in Cali? Because Cali, even the name is backwards from what it should be, Carolina, and the respect of it being a major island of a Negroid facility, never no fucking Mexico. That term, I told you about the emperor they brought over here, the Ashkenazi motherfucker they put over there, that by way of the Vatican, that fake pope wearing the get goofy shit on his head. Yeah, I got mine because that's part of what I am, all right, motherfuckers? And they didn't know how to make the proper deals. They go to the goofy motherfuckers. So this is what we get. And they put that emperor down there in so-called Mexico to make sure you motherfuckers stay in league and forget your dark-skinned mammies and pappies, and they colonize your ass and let them little sick motherfucking, fake motherfucking wannabe pirates rape all them women and murder the men, and then y'all running around with streaming hair, this, that, and the other, on where the fuck you coming and going, and you want to call everything Mexico. Bitch, that flag is Italy, and that ain't even a real fucking flag. But hey, who am I? That's why I don't do the arguing shit. And I got facts heavier and deeper than that to fuck you up, so please. So you still got Jesuits down there taking, that's why they're not hunted, that's why they're allowed to do what they're doing, because they do it for the sake of Zionism. They don't give a fuck about the lives down there. You're still colonized. You stupid motherfuckers. If you learn how to move together, you don't worry about the ex-special force guys that got pissed off at this goofy ass government who went down there to provide a service. I mean, who showed them how to melt bodies in a goddamn barrel? A fucking IDF, so a Jew, a Zionist, whatever you want to call it. But hey, who am I to say? I'm not here to stop. Man, I'm just pointing out some shit. I ain't got nothing to do with your little fucked up feelings and your little fucked up emotions. The fact that you're broken, all drama filled and running around like Queen Zip, looking like that black thing called itself Netta with the goofy slow down syndrome nigga running up in Netta's ass. I mean, come on, make it make sense. And the motherfucker got the nerve to be sitting there because y'all made the motherfucker rich. You know that? Yes, you did. Sitting there looking like a goddamn big ass wart. Something off Harry Potter, Magic Spell, and the frog. Somebody fucking dropped the kiss on and fucking came out like that. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. What a world, right? They just love this shit. And everybody goes, oh, they was burning. Everybody talking great about Germany now. Motherfucker, you looking at the rest of the world and the fact that Germany's fucked up again. All they do is indoctrinate people that do shit and fuck everything up. And all these indoctrinated motherfuckers are the weak pussies. Yes. Yes, they are. If you know, you yeah, exactly, hon. Ain't nobody put my Cashapp in there, huh? rich off of you. I'm gonna get rich off of $5 and $10 off of some broke ass niggas. I'm trying to make something out of it. Goddamn. Show you people, and yes, I will be donating again to people's channels and shit. I had to take a break because I was fucking throwing out $200 every month to every fucking body, man. Fuck. Nothing coming back. I said, all right, I got you. What is this shit? Anyway, I don't even want to know, man. The world is gone crazy. These motherfuckers are trying to find any and everything. I don't know, man. Thank you, baby girl Slaughter. I appreciate that. And don't nobody get, y'all know I say things different, all right? I say things different because I've learned some things. Hi, everybody. Y'all know I hate that word, hi. I just thought I'd share that. Okay? But again, how do they do all that? You think about DARPA, Grumman, all these German names. They really shit on the world. They are a sick fucking bastard. And they're not doing this on their fucking own. You got to remember now, they aren't major Front, well, they're Front Street, but they're not the ones who really, you don't know who that is. Is it Satan? Well, move and act like that, I guess you can call it that. If that's what you choose. Hashatan, well, there's 100 names. I already pointed out 6 million names for damn this fake Nimrod to Belshazzar, all of them, to Yabdoabeth, to everything. And people don't realize. All right, I'm gonna ask you this. If you weren't that goddamn powerful people, and if you weren't righteous, because that's the only way, if you were really good and pleasant, that they could ever slip this shit in on you, poison you and hit you with things that even you could heal, but they had to figure out how to do it. And they lost many lives doing it, but y'all are scared, not realizing the truth. Now, I'm not gonna say on here, I've already pointed out that you're gonna have to, or you just be for nothing. Without me saying key words. Y'all allow these things. And that's why they do all the censoring and all that goofy stuff. They really think they're in control. They don't get it, and some people don't give a fuck. It's just amazing that people see this shit and they still calling them this and calling them that and this, that, and I'm sitting there going, I guess it would be hard if I know I couldn't say that. I don't know what's so hard with you pale skins calling these motherfuckers for what they are and who they are. Or has the privilege been that rewarding where it is hard for you to conceive because you're so indebted to the lie that it's hard to refuse the truth. I mean, the truth that it's a lie that you dealt with, and to start saying this may be a literal truth and having people look at it without being so despondent. I just want to know what's so hard sometimes. Because I know you were taught that you were made to think that the world belongs to you off the jump. Well, that's just stupid. It wouldn't be hard for me to look at my people and go, man, they ain't accomplishing shit other than killing and fighting. And yet we hold jobs. But then Martin Luther King, and before that, there's a number of individuals before that, our centers of science, by the definition, our centers, where we made sure everybody knew how to do all these magnificent things. Nobody was sick and cancer and all that goofy shit. I would sit there and go, oh, wait. Something ain't right here. Did any of y'all look at the brother that invented the drone? Who took over the drone? What happened to the brother? And what is it being used for? X-ray the sister, right? What was the purpose of the X-ray? Anyone tell me? How about the fact that they wanted to keep the blimps and the aircraft out of the sky that we also built, but they wanted to give you Wright brothers, and yet I already told you the truth coming from the Carolinas that they were frauds, Zionist shills, little monkey-ass fake Jews, converts, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I don't want to hear that Christian bullshit. They're some of the biggest Zionists, the biggest problems in the world, these perversions, red shoe, whatever. Anyway, yeah. They wanted you to believe Maxim created the first machine gun. Nope, I showed you. And the messed up part, when they first put it out, they forgot to change the dates, and the brother was long before the German Maxim, the Ashkenaz. The problem is, I'm not here to pitch the whoop because people want to hold on to their fake fucking world. The fact that they had everybody growing up thinking that Ford and all of them created and invented the car. Nigga, what? We had electric cars that ran by themselves back in the 1700s. You niggas came here and didn't even know how to ride a bike. They couldn't wait to get over to the UK, and they started doing all kind of retarded shit. Dressed up men, dressed up looking like half-ass women, riding them big. I'm not saying this is not about hate. This is about facts. I'm an inventor. I study this stuff. You know, I worked at Thomas Edison's building. I met some old heads. I knew that Thomas Edison was a mulatto or a mixed motherfucker. You know, when you learn these things and the rituals of the black eye and the he, she, they have to marry for secrecy and all that kind of stuff, it is a deep, deep perversion. You know, the refrigerator, the elevator, escalator, whatever you want to call it. How do you take in consideration when they tried to say the Manhattan Bridge, we were the ones painting it? But they give you the repair pictures and videos. They don't give you, they got the little thing, the construction. When I was living in Brooklyn, I went over every microfiche, video footage, and then I started finding shit overseas in France. Yeah, so I'm not going to sit here with these goofy monkeys still want to lie. It don't matter what they finally learned how to build and they started constructing things. That don't mean shit. They weaponize everything. And then they have these certain deep state motherfucking special operators go in and teach like the Montañeros. They teach the indigenous, what they call it, some indigenous people, how to fight their oppressors. They're the ones who got them to oppress the indigenous people. And how come that people don't know it? Because there's nobody there telling you. They did this over and over. Somebody said to me, you was bugging about it. I said, China, Pol Pot, Vietnam, they were influenced by these fucking monkeys. Now here it is. Unless you got a golden ticket, you gonna be on the ground, whatever. Anyway, you're gonna fly there, whatever, man. You're gonna be on that, whatever. You're gonna be in New Zealand, whatever. Yeah. They got these motherfuckers believing they safe. That's like John Leguizamo in that damn The Walking Dead, the one where he's and the motherfucker, the actor who, you know, what's that actor's name? He was in quite a few movies, Marlboro Man, you know, motorcycle shit, Apocalypse Now. I forget his name. Anyway, he's always quick and fast. He's a Jew, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, he wasn't gonna let that motherfucker up in the building into the good world. He was juicing them. Y'all learn the hard way. You'll find out. You'll see. I'm sitting there saying to myself, how in the fuck in Chicago are these motherfuckers running around doing that goofy ride shit out there? Then I'm looking at everywhere else is happening. No, man, this is they using the dumbest of us. You seen some of them niggas out there? Oh my goodness. And they think they're not doing no harm. They're doing harm to their goddamn selves. That's how stupid they are. Especially all these damn lesbian black motherfuckers. I can't stand their asses. But anyway, they don't know what they're doing because they have no morals. They have no morals whatsoever, sadly. But it is where it's at. All right. Hey, baby. Road runner. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here, man. Get it set up. Get something in my stomach. Get it set up and see what I'm gonna do next. And give you a walk through and explain some of the things that I've looked at that I'm gonna change. And we don't even have the walls up yet. I want to do it. I can't paint the bottom. I can, but I need to have the fiberglass and the resin, and I need to get a couple of cans of polyurethane because I'm going to do everything back to back while sitting up. I don't want to keep sitting it up, laying it down, sitting it up. I just want to get it. But today I'm going to be treating all that bare wood that has not been treated. I'm just going to mix up the tongue and the mineral oil, let the rag soak, and got my gloves, and we'll put everything down as best as possible, right? Yesterday was 100 and something degrees. I just went with it, y'all. What was that? Hey, baby, what's up, Snoop Noob? What's up, mama? That's my baby girl, y'all. What's up, baby? Oh, what was that, Don? I had surgery before. I had to tell the surgeon to stop messing around to just get it done. That's a damn shame. Chopped off fingers and slapped on duct tape, and it healed back in less than a week. Check that out, and that's real shit. Especially if you got a good diet. You know what I mean? But hey, look, I done talked enough crap. It's good to have everybody in here. Y'all share this out. New subscribers, appreciate you. I know some may be something else, but it's all right. I really didn't want to talk a lot of crap, but god damn it, ain't we grown? The fuck? I didn't put it for no children to come over here. And if it's about having a problem with what may be a truth, and if it's a problem, that means you're living a lie and it bothers you. You know what I mean? Catch you guys here in about an hour or so, okay? We'll get it on there and get to working. And this is crazy ass earthquakes and all the other earthquakes. She was reading them off, but you know, I get a little more notifications. And I'm on Instagram, first thing I saw, man, hey look, it is what it is, all right? They talking about the volcanoes over here in Arizona. Did y'all see those in Texas, Arizona? Did y'all see that thing flying through the sky last night? I got a video. I don't know how good the footage is. I'm gonna look at it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby. Yeah, I got something to build, all right, mama. But anyway, did y'all see that thing? T was in there. He said, "Come out here." He was just like, I was like, "Who this nigga?" And yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit!" That motherfucker, I explained it. That motherfucker was moving fast as shit. It was moving, and you could see the chemicals in the air is disrupting with the colors coming from the variations on that side with the sun in, because it was dark. And I was like watching it. He watched it go a long ways. I just saw it when the fucking thing dissipated. I ain't want to see nothing else. Huh? Yeah, that's California over there. Yeah. What was it? SpaceX? Bullshit. Yeah, I know. And they went straight over. It ain't go up in no space, nothing. That bitch came over, went straight over. Fast and about 7, at least Mach 7, Mach 8. Hauling ass. No such thing as a spaceship. You know it, baby girl. Absolutely. Ronald's he's driving. He's in his truck driving right now. Ganja's in the truck. He's out doing his thing. You know what I mean? But hey, appreciate y'all. About an hour and a half, and I'll be out here running around, getting this thing suited and booted. I I got to do some gluing on the side today. I got to put the right number of nails, not weight's all about weight. And then from there, I can't do the bedding part yet. I want to build that out so y'all can really see how strong it'll be. But we can get the other things. All right, until I get the stuff, I can't get it right now. I can get that. And I know I put a little poster. I want to show y'all. This is pretty cool. All right, so I know it's gonna be hard to see it. Maybe you can see it. So I'm looking at my 240 watt, or 400 watt. I don't want a wind generator. I might build my own little wind generator, like to put on the side, like hang out just for experiment down the road. But as far as this goes, I'm looking at a complete solar panel kit at about $1,200. So I was looking at what I can get, make sure I got everything to close this, and then I could, but then it would hurt other things, you know what I'm saying, that I'm doing, you know what I mean? So that's what I really want to get, the eco-worthy 1.6 kilowatt hour complete solar panel kit. I have the 1,000 watt one, but you know, it's all fine and dandy, all pretty much the same thing. It's all 1,000 watt, but this is what it looks like. And Amazon is pretty simple. It's the common one, anywhere between $800 to $1,400, but this is the one that I'm looking at. Easy for me to install, and to run my wires, which would be the same, which that would be a whole separate pay. But this is what I'm looking at. So I really gotta put certain things aside to go ahead and be able to get that, but there's certain things I still have to purchase and things I have to do that's still up there. You know, it's not too crazy with the installation that I am going to use on this, but I'm really going to have to tighten up on certain things, and that's what change is about. That's, you know, without the manipulation, just say, okay, this today, not that tomorrow. And I'm only doing this because someone say, well, if everything's about that, why would you stop living by the definition of living? Why would you stop? I mean, all these innocent people with these dumb fucking monkey-ass soldiers today, and I'm a veteran, killing and fighting and murdering the innocent. These motherfuckers don't know what the choice they made. They bought into their fake-ass politicians' lies. Like idiots. It's like those fake-ass monkeys, all those converts. Some bought more in there, many not. Went over there just to kill Palestinians. Any of y'all find out any of your cops that went over there? The veterans or dual citizens went over there to fight based on that fucking 7th lie? That's all the fuck they do. Manipulate everybody. Killing old folk babies, targeting children, babies, some pussies. And then y'all allowing that motherfucker to ride around in the streets of Brooklyn, punk ass New York niggas. Y'all allowing them to run around over there calling brothers niggas. Y'all some pussies in New York. Y'all, you know what? Y'all fuck a card for y'all, man. I don't know what the fuck. Even Shannon Briggs is starting to see the fucking, through his goofy out of Africa ass self. He's starting to see the motherfucking shit. You know? People are starting to realize it. I don't know what the fuck took y'all so long. I just don't like liars. I know some good Jews who are religious practicing. Protect them in a heartbeat. But then you have these bastards running around, getting paid, learning the ins and outs, not getting taxed, and this, that, and the other. But you motherfuckers, you allow these faggot niggas over here in the music industry and Charlemagne, the fucking fake G, and all these other dumb motherfuckers. Y'all allowed it, remember that. upside down, fucked up world. They created it, and y'all motherfuckers, freaking beings, love laying. So yeah, I want to show you that, and there's a few other things. And I know y'all like, what are you gonna do? All right, somebody hold up. One of y'all said, what you gonna do for the shower? Let me show you. I actually saved that in the Amazon, right? Yes, I saved it. Okay. And like I said, it's only, and it would be a good starter for me too. Excuse me. So I saved it in a card because right now the whole kit is running. Oh shit! They so scary. They so scary. Oh, we got interrupted. Oh my God. Oh, internet, everything's fine. They can't. I told you they weak. They weak as fuck. It's slow, but it's though. You know what I'm saying? Because I had it on the internet, right? And yeah, it was good, the exclamation mark and all this other. That's all they know how to do. That's probably it's them looking now. Look, that shit's all weird looking now. Let me see if they're interrupting, because that's all they know how to do. They don't know how to do nothing else. They just want to disrupt. I just sent a message saying that's all they need, and that's all they know how to do. And I think there's only two watching because they had to disrupt it because it's bothering their little weak ass selves. The little bot or the little pussy or whatever the fuck. I have no respect for them. And never will, never have. You know what I mean? All I was hearing on repeat was they some weak. Yeah, because they some weak. Can you hear me now? Because you know that's even right now I can see the numbers that's actually in here, but because these anyway, let me see. Okay. Yeah, I can hear it, but it's going in and out. Oh yeah. Let me see. Yeah, that's because like I said, that's all they know how to do, man. They got their little equipment and stuff, and you know they whatever the fuck. I just think it's funny. I can see me. Can you hear me now? Like I said, you know, obviously you know who's FBI and CIA, whatever the fuck you want to call them, all up in the damn net and all that, watching this shit. Like fucking idiots, man. It's weak motherfuckers, man. They need to stop doing the dumb shit. Yo, Deb, can you hear me now? Because they're manipulating this shit. And some people, I know some of y'all's people, some people no, I know some people are scared and shit. So there's two, and it says one over here. Yeah, they all up in here. It's probably the local fucking, it's the bad guys over here. I hate calling them bad guys. They're just goofy. They're just goofy to me. All right, so I see you, and I see how everybody bounced out, huh? They just don't have no stay, huh? Who's in there now? You find it funny, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of stupid. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, it is funny, bro. But anyway, I'm going to sign off because I was going to sign off anyway. All right, so I'm going to end this, and I'm going to see you guys here in about an hour. All right, in about an hour, give or take, all right? And we'll be doing the build, okay? Because that's all they know how to do. The motherfucker can't help it. If you lie, you's a fucking lie. Stand on your laws. If you lied, this is how stupid they are. The lie is so important that the motherfuckers are funny, man. I'm not in your circle, dumb motherfuckers. You are a fucking lie. You a fraud, and that's what the fuck you is. Stupid motherfucker. Get all you little monkeys out there, pay them to do the dumb shit they do. Bad choice making motherfuckers. I ain't got to say about how it ends, you stupid sons of bitches. They'll keep rotating you goofy motherfuckers from down, up, whatever. Okay? Hey, Dev, it's good to see you. Of course, advisors. It's always that way, bro. Always. But you see how they do right here? They can't even help themselves. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to catch you guys in a little bit. I'm going to get something on my stomach, like I said, and get that belt on, all right? Because the monkeys can't help themselves. Let me see if I... Let me do this right quick. Let me do this right quick. Stay right there. Yeah, no, I just wanted to come back. Am I back? Okay. All right. I just wanted to come back. I know there's one person there. Well, 3. It says 3 now. You know what? They are so caught up in this manipulating shit. That's all the fuck they know how to do. It's goofy motherfuckers. They train to use shit. Ain't invent shit or nothing. You give them directives and they think that is all right. Well, they're not really paying attention to shit. That shows you that they're pretty fucking dumb. We got our attention. No, you got our attention. Stupid motherfuckers. Attention you really didn't want to have. Stupid asses. Anyway, I'll get with you guys later.